The Nikki Glaser Podcast. The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Here's Nikki. Hello, here I am. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. It's the evening when people get this. Maybe it'll be midday. We don't know. Hi everyone. It's the Nikki Glaser Podcast. Don't want to lie to you guys. We were recording this on Sunday, so
Nick, what?
but I want to talk about football, and you might. Obviously, it's decided already who's going
Oh yeah,
to the Super Bowl, unless there's some insane.
overtime.
Yeah, it's still going on. How long can it go? Overtime?
I mean, I guess for the playoffs, forever.
No, not forever.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't. I mean, there's ties in the regular season,
right?
So it doesn't go on forever.
Okay.
So then it get to the next game, I guess.
So they just couldn't score forever.
Yeah, or maybe they keep scoring exactly the same.
Have the
amount of
Bengals
points.
ever been this far? Because the Bengals are
The Bengals-
it's Cincinnati. I'm from there. My parents, I think, are excited.
They haven't
really
got this
are.
far in about like
They
30,
are? Okay. Yeah,
30
Noah
years.
knows. Noah's been hanging with my parents, but I have not talked to them. Yeah, they're fair weathered fans, and anything Cincinnati.
I think
my
the
dad's
Bengals,
obsessed with.
the last time they got really far, they lost by like 50 points, like something embarrassing.
Oh,
Boomer
okay.
Esiason was like their quarterback, lefty with blonde hair.
Oh yeah, Boomer. I remember that. That was like the 80s.
Your mom thought he was your actual father for a while.
I wish. God, what's he up to? Did he CTE out?
Did he see? No, he's still talking.
Okay. Do you really know that? Is he like a correspondent?
Yeah, it is interesting. Either you talk the most or you can't talk at all when it comes to football after. Like
Yeah.
either you're a correspondent or you're not correspondent.
Or we don't hear. Oh, shit.
Do you guys want to know the longest overtime?
Yeah.
Ever in NFL?
Yeah.
Or like,
So-
is this like,
It was
Pee-wee.
between the Dolphins and the Chiefs.
okay.
What year?
Hold on, let me make sure I'm reading this correctly. I think in 1971,
Oh, yeah.
maybe. I don't know.
year.
I might be reading this wrong, but it was 82 minutes and 40 seconds. I don't know sports.
Whoa.
The
You would
over-
love that. Wouldn't you love that? Just anything to keep it going longer. Is that like what a sports fan likes?
Well, a lot of people actually hate. I mean, I don't know how technical you want to get, but
no, I
people-
don't want to get any.
Like, I don't know
technical
how
at all.
like deep. You
I would
wanna
like
get.
you to stop corresponding right now.
What's that? What's that, Boomer?
Remember when we went to the?
Wait one second. I got Boomer on.
Oh, is he talking to you from the afterlife? Because he may have done.
No,
a
he's just
CTE
talking
at
to
this
himself
point.
again.
Oh.
Damn it. You just ate. Wait, what's that? You ate the end of the
Jesus
bread?
Christ.
You ate the end of the bread on purpose?
Wait, what is that a thing? Is that a side effect of CTE?
Yeah, you eat the end of the loaf. That bad piece of bread.
Are you someone who doesn't like the crust?
Crust
no, you
at
like
all?
anything.
Huh?
You like anything.
I'm not a crust head. I don't.
But if the crust is the only thing that is there, you will eat it.
So we're talking about the very
We're
end
talking about a
piece.
guy who ate coleslaw with his fingers yesterday in front of the public.
Yeah, and you said use a fry, and I said, what do you think I call my fingers? They do look like fries. Look at these things.
I mean, all fingers kind of look like fries. If you
Yours
think
look
about
more
it.
like McDonald's fries, and mine look like the
Those,
ones that
like-
no one would eat.
Yours look like wedges.
Yeah, they do.
Tots.
If you put sour cream, some cheese, and a little bit of chili on these things,
But honestly, you eating coleslaw with your fingers was something that someone would do as like a funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you were doing it not to get me to film it. It
No.
was just... Were you trying to... Was there any part of you that was like, I'll wait till she goes to the bathroom to do this because I know that this will be so... this will get her attention?
well, here's the thing. I was going to go straight to mouth, like just eat
Oh,
it
yeah,
out.
I've done that.
Like
I do that with
like
the
how
wrappers of my protein bars. The
do it with
chocolate gets so
pudding.
melty, and I just like, yeah.
I was
get
going to
in
do
there with my
that.
tongue.
Also, coleslaw, to me, there's a lot of different kinds of coleslaw. That I like extra mayonnaise in mine.
Oh God, I just wanna.
I hate a wet coleslaw. Like if it's watery and
that's
just like
mayonnaise.
No, there's
Oh,
there's
you want? Thick.
there's good coleslaw. I also like very chopped up coleslaw. But there's a whole
like
thing.
minced, when it's not stringy cabbage.
Yeah, I just want to start a show where you just eat coleslaw and you go, that's some good slaw.
It's called good slaw. That's slaw, folks.
Oh man, that's some good slaw.
I really want to start a TikTok account for you called
Good slaw.
Good Slaw. And we just give you different slaws and you eat it with your fingers
Yeah.
and you say whether it's a good slaw or not.
Yeah, it's like the Barstool guy without
Yeah, without
the
all
sexual harassment. Not quite as much. Just a little less.
I felt sexually harassed watching you eat it with your fingers.
It's honestly very eating. I always say eating pudding in the dark in the middle of the night is out of the thing. Without a spoon is the most
your
sexiest,
fingers?
like the most sexual thing I've ever done in my life. No fingers, just straight to the mouth.
Oh, yeah. Emmy Blotnick used to have a joke about how she would do cunnilingus on pudding cups.
Fuck.
I know. Sorry, man.
Well, here's the thing. Jen, who we ate dinner with or lunch with,
Yeah.
I go, that's my utensils. To her, and
All you
then
have to do is get new. There's no excuse. I know someone took your utensils, but
She
you
took
just
my
get
fork.
more ones.
she should get the fork for me. So I guess it was kind of.
Why didn't you ask her to?
I was rebelling against her stealing my fork by eating with my
Gotcha.
hands. So
Okay.
I kind of. I don't know if that helped me.
It was so. It just seemed like something you would do for a bit, and it was just a real honest.
I was
thing.
hungry. I wanted some slaw, and you know.
But you waited. You did the thing where you wait till the end of your meal because you think I'm probably not going to eat that because it was like your dessert. It was.
You know what it looked like? It looked like the way a baby would eat like macaroni.
Yes. Yeah.
I do have baby hands, so
Those little tots.
my buddy was on. I told you about that when he was on Real World in New Orleans, and the girl gave him the nickname Baby Hands.
Oh God.
I mean, you can't come back from that. You know. He also had a really like messed up leg.
I don't remember this.
Oh.
So obviously he could come back from it. So, but she dated her
He dated her. He went on like 2 dates with her.
and she called him baby hands.
Yeah,
It's,
little baby hands.
it's ringing kind of a bell. What was his name?
Matt Baby Hands. And he had a really messed up leg. He got it cut up in a boat, like not an engine,
Yeah, propeller.
propeller.
Yeah.
And you would have, I like that she didn't lead with that. I like that she, most people would go straight
Mangled
for
leg, yeah.
machete leg. I made it called it old machete leg Matt. He's cool
I bet
with
you
it.
were like, oh my God, dodged a bullet because I bet you have smaller hands. Did you have as small of hands as him? Because you have.
He's smaller than me.
Oh, okay. Were
you
you
know-
guys so excited for him to be on the show at first? And then he's like, guys, I got to tell you. Or did he not tell you before it aired?
I know
Did
they
you
were.
find out when
I'm
it
pretty
aired?
sure if you type in Matt in the jacuzzi, they were in a jacuzzi.
And she goes, oh my God, you have such small hands.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
little
that's
baby hands.
Humiliating.
And then I think they actually wrote baby hands, like, like on the
on
screen.
his little
Graphic.
chiron, his lower
Yeah,
third.
baby.
Oh,
I might be
poor
making this
guy.
up, but I'm swear. I
Yeah,
think
no,
this
no,
is-
no. It seems like something they do. Yeah. You know, on The Bachelorette, when they're like someone's on the show and they're just like a hot girl.
Yeah.
One time they're just like they wrote twin underneath. Like that was her job. Was like she's a twin.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
don't have
She had nothing else going on.
no. Like our chicken girl who like has a chicken. Speaking of birds, God, that
Oh,
toucan.
I
that
knew you were gonna
sent,
love that video.
I'm so obsessed with it.
it made me feel different about birds. I always said if you
I'm
can't cuddle
worried,
anything,
though.
why is that?
That people are going to see that video and want to get toucans because if I, knowing what birds, like being an animal rights enthusiast, I want a toucan, idiots are going to want toucans now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And they're just like, I'll do anything to get my daughter a toucan. And then they'll get, and the toucan will not be as sweet as this toucan. But man, this toucan is so
That
cute. His name is
toucan had
Chester.
kind of a
What did
small
he
beak,
do for the
like-
people who weren't on our text thread?
Okay, so I got to.
Together. Chester's so affectionate. When I have company over, if he really likes somebody, he'll come over and bring them a raspberry
He'll bring them a raspberry.
and give them a little gift to say that he loves them.
He's little and he's got a big beak like a toucan.
Thank you.
And
I am shocked at how cuddly Chester is. He always wants to be in my shirt or laying on my chest.
he cuddles so much. He likes to get inside her shirt and just sit between and like cuddle up in her shirt.
He loves to get petted and he loves to make
Listen to
this
the sound.
little sound.
Oh, that's the sound he makes when it's and then sometimes he gets in the shower
That's my favorite. When he's
and there's just
he's-
misting in the shower
Oh.
and he just leans back his head and he closes his eyes and he just goes,
It made me feel different about birds. It really did. I didn't think you could cuddle a bird, and I was proven wrong. So
No, they're so sweet. They get really gentle and sweet, but it just made me a little bit worried because now I want a toucan, and I've never wanted a toucan, and now I'm just worried that there's going to be so many rich people being like, my daughter should have a toucan, and they do whatever they can,
yeah.
and now toucans are going to be this marketed thing, and they're going because what they do when they want to get birds for pets is they go and they take the eggs out of a live nest in the forest, and then they steal the eggs, and these babies have to grow up as pets now in cages. It's terrible, and that's why birds should never be. You should never get a new bird that's been raised or bred. You don't get bred birds.
You don't want it right out of the egg.
You get a bird that's been they've been surrendered or their owner has died.
Also, a bird lives long enough where you don't need it as a puppy. Like, I don't even know
yeah,
what a bird
and baby
puppy
birds
is
aren't
like.
even that cute. Yeah, you don't need a puppy bird.
What do you call a puppy bird?
A
Baby bird?
Baby bird. A little chicklet.
There's got to be a name for like a toucan, a one can.
Yeah.
You ever hook up with a guy with a tuna can for a
hatchling.
cock?
A hatchling.
A hatchling.
Thank you. Yeah,
Ugh.
When they're just like they have sparse feathers and they're going.
Yeah. You don't need that.
And they don't have eyes yet. Their just eyes are closed. They're so sweet. Oh my god. My sister's baby just stopped being a hatchling.
Oh.
You know, like when they just look like
they
look like they just came out, and now Forrest is like looking like he's like making faces and things like that. It's very exciting. He's smiling, and I'm just like, my sister sent a video of Forrest just napping, and he like yawns and then he smiles. And my dad wrote back to the chat, I'm sure he's dreaming about his grandpa. And it was just like, oh, God, stop making his smiles about you.
Yeah. I'm sure he's thinking about my calves.
No, he was being sweet, I'm sure. But like, the idea that Forrest was dreaming about his grandpa is insane.
Dreaming about your dad's tuna can.
No, what is this toucan thing you're asking? Have I ever been with a guy with a short but like really thick penis? Is what you're asking?
Yeah, and if you're wondering if I eat tuna out of the can with my fingers, I do.
Oh,
I do.
God.
I do. Just playing.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Okay, tuna can. I've never encountered. I like I've said before, every single man I've been with has never had a penis that is so misshapen that is of note. I've encountered balls that are just insane. Like different balls I've had tuna can balls.
Do birds have balls?
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
awesome.
I just like seeing balls flying. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, birds nut all the time, dude.
I saw a rabbit fuck a dog's face on TikTok.
What?
And it was like the most.
You looked outside like it happened in Mexico. Like,
Yeah.
like it happened outside in the little grassy knoll over there.
Have you ever done like when you were in Mexico? Did you ever go to Mexico as a kid with your parents? Like
I one
partying?
time saw a dog
Carlos and Charlie's or something.
humping a bag of trash in Thailand, and it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Wow. That's what you
Just
call your
really-
friend?
Yeah. Wait, you saw a rabbit? Did you go past it, or did you watch the whole thing?
The rabbit nutted on the
No,
dog's,
it didn't.
on its nose,
No,
and the dog's just so.
Did the dog even
sad.
care?
No,
Or was
he
it
seemed
trying to get
sad.
away?
He just took it to the face.
I hate when there's animals doing gross things to each other on these.
Same.
It's almost like people set them up to do it. It's gross.
Yeah, I don't know if it was set up. I think, yeah, they did put a carrot on the dog's head.
Wait, have you ever seen someone with a tuna can penis? I feel like you have a story.
No story. There was a guy on the baseball team in college. I didn't play baseball, but I knew about his penis from my friends that played baseball. And he could wrap his penis around. He'd put it as a watch. And he'd come up and be like, hey, can you read what time it is?
Oh, that's like puppetry of the penis.
Yeah.
You could probably do that with your penis too.
Probably. But
Like-
he had like
Because
a...
it's just skin and it fills with blood. It's not like you're not stretching muscle.
And they knew the coach had big balls. Like, they knew about the coach's dick, which I thought was... I guess the coaches showered with the guys.
Ooh, well, that's suspicious. Balls really do run the gamut. And Noah, we know that Noah likes to part balls with her nose through the seam.
Old Mo's nose. Mo's nose.
Moses.
Mo's nose.
Most nose.
Mo's nose.
It's just gently. You just take your nose and you part the balls, and one ball falls to each nostril.
She likes to divide them. No,
Yeah, divide them
No, do you
gently,
lay
too.
on your back when this is happening, or is this like?
No, I think she goes
on my
from-
stomach.
And she goes up.
Oh,
If she's,
gotcha.
like, off
It's
the
not
bed.
dipped
It's like
onto
it's
your-
like a dog digging his nose through snow.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yes, that's such a cute way to put it.
both your faces look the same when it's over too. Wait, what's the best? I mean, have you ever had one where it's divided so much you could like feel it on each cheek?
I'm sure. I mean, I've encountered balls like that where it's like the balls are just so loosely in the bag. It's like when you get a grocery
warm.
bag and there's 2 cans of Coke in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And one of the Cokes is actually a 20 liter.
Yes.
Like a 20 liter. Like
And
they're
you go, I think you
different.
need to go see someone about this. It's resting on your shoulder, and the other one's just gently covering your nostril. Yeah, it's there. Why are balls so different? And I would really want to tighten up my sack if I were guys.
Yeah, I should do Botox.
I like them to be like in. Oh, yeah, Botox would probably.
It would be funny. I'm
would get the
thinking
wrinkles
about
out.
putting that like wrinkles cream on my balls just to see what happens over time.
Nothing would happen over time because wrinkle cream isn't real. It just isn't. It's all.
thought you
Andrew
were gonna-
puts one piece of lotion on his face and he's like, "So my skin's like everything's changed." And I'm just like, you could. It's just lotion, man. And
There's
he goes,
foreskin in
No,
it.
there's foreskin in this one. Brenna brought it home. There's foreskin, and I'm just like, if there were lotions that really changed your face, people would use them.
People do use them.
They do. I know, but it's
What?
just.
It's a billion-dollar industry.
I know because it doesn't work.
But if it didn't work, people
We
would
would just
stop
find
after a
one.
month. Huh?
We would just find one. No, because it. I mean, they work, but they slowly work, and they're not really changing.
Well, you're changing up your tune here. You're saying they do work now.
Well, I just think that all of these things where you're like, you were just the other day like, my skin is just like so different now, and I think it's for the first time you just are moisturizing. It's not like you're using like you're not. Nothing's going away,
I
or
don't
do you
know.
feel like things are going away?
Well, I think it's a mixture of a few things, but I'm using this Lictic stuff, which doesn't have foreskin in it. I think it just has like circumcised dicks. I don't know what it has.
Yeah, he claimed that one baby's foreskin was once used, and
It
then
blew
for the
my
rest
mind.
of time,
It
they've
blew
just
my-
cloned this foreskin and
Yes.
put it in everything else.
TNS.
TNS.
Yeah, too much baby foreskin.
Yeah, that worked.
They take the N at the end of foreskin, and then they add the S.
Toucans need sleep. Toucans nuzzle sweetly. We got to go to break.
Oh, so yeah, TNS has it, and they had one foreskin in the 1970s, and then they've just off of
Is
one.
that dude like out there right now?
He should be
And
a
he's
billion. He
like-
should have a house at least. I mean, he should.
So
have
they've just replicated that foreskin.
the cells from
I
that
just
foreskin.
don't believe if there was some lotion out there that changed everything, every woman would use it.
They
but
do,
every single
but
woman
they're
has
expensive.
a different regimen. No,
They're
no, no.
$400 for a bottle.
I get it, but like, I've never heard of this, and I could afford that. And it's just like, why?
You might already be using it and not know that there's
No,
foreskin.
all I use is that ordinary stuff. That's $7 for a thing. But I just don't understand. If there was one thing that every woman, if they used, they would never age, we'd all be using it. But we're not, because there's always different things. And the way capitalism works is you come out with things that are better and newer, and otherwise we'd just be done.
There's a company now that they produce the foreskin like cells inside plants, so they don't actually use the cells from that one foreskin. It's a wild thing what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
No,
but
it doesn't.
But it makes sense when
We
you
should
Google
look into it. We should Google TNS. Noah, could you get on that and Google TNS so we can find out what the hell he's talking about? We're going to go to break and come back and really uncover what this stuff is and if it's the miracle cream that Andrew heard secondhand from Brenna, which I'm sure she had the real science behind it, and you've
She did, but when
coleslawed it.
I call. I keep doing the toucan noise.
Okay.
Okay.
Hailed
Ready.
as the
I
magical
found it.
fountain.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it too. I got something too. Okay.
Apparently, it's
The
Oprah's favorite cream.
I mean, people are gonna say that about Oprah has so many favorite things, but this is from a 2015 article. What's yours, Noah?
2013.
Yeah, so known as the hydrofacial, the treatment involves a multi-step regimen aimed at turning back the hands of time on fine line wrinkles, blah, blah, blah. Baby foreskin extract is applied much like a serum and is said to look and feel incredibly similar to one. Okay, I'm wondering, though, where you get it now and what...
TNS.
Stop saying TNS. I am so annoyed by it.
Tetanus.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, that's Oprah's favorite, but that's from 2013.
But it's still around, so it's still...
I know, but why are no articles coming up like recently about it?
Because it was so good that they couldn't keep promoting it, maybe.
Okay, so it's $265 is what I'm seeing,
Okay.
which is a lot. And then this next generation skin rejuvenation formula visibly improves coarse wrinkles, fine lines, skin tone, and texture. It is clinically proven to address sagging skin. Visible results start in just 2 weeks, with progressive improvements measured over 24 weeks. Okay, that's a big difference. I guess what you do is it doesn't even say how to use it.
You don't use it every night.
Okay. Packaging is hard to use. Works great. Okay, these are reviews. But can you even trust reviews anymore? I mean, we're going back to the thing of like, what online can you even trust?
Well, if it's verified and...
Yeah, all those things.
Yeah.
What do you use on your skin, Noah? Like, what's your regimen?
There's like an Obagi set, but it's like the doctor. It's like Dr. Aubergine or whatever.
Sounds good.
I'm so tired of it, but like I have to keep doing it because I don't know what I would look like if I wasn't, and I don't want to know.
Did you see like visible results after you started using it? And what were the results?
Well, I feel like I've been doing skin stuff and like facials and creams and all that from like really, really young when I was like 18 because I
Yes.
never wanted to age.
Right.
So I was like, well, if I start now, I'll get ahead of it. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know. I guess I don't know what the difference is, but I do like the products that I use now because...
And how long have you been using them? Because that's the thing is like
A year.
How often do you... A year. And then what were you using before that? And what made you go to that? You know, like that's what I'm interested in is like when girls decide to just fucking switch it up. Because you go to see one facialist who goes, this is actually the product. And then you go, okay.
Yeah.
And then you buy all the products.
You know
that
what it
they
was?
get a percentage of.
I went to a med spa and they did this like skin. They like took a photo of me and then they did like an age of what my skin actually looks like. And it actually like came together close to my age. And then they just had products there and I was like, okay, well I need something because what I was using was like all like natural ingredients, but I needed something a little extra that was made in a laboratory.
Yes. I know,
So-
I know. That's the thing. You need a little extra. I went to a Mexican pharmacy the other day looking for my miracle skin thing that has been. What are you laughing at?
I don't know. It's just so funny how you're like, nothing works. And then you're like, I went to 14 Mexican pharmacies.
Well, I'll
like,
tell you,
for
it's not a
the answer.
topical. It's not a topical.
Oh, it's an integral?
Yeah, it's a pill called spirolactinone.
Oh.
Spirolactinone. If you just type in Spiro, and it'll come up. But
I love these things we're all using we can't pronounce.
Well, I was on the subreddit like skincare addiction I've been on that forever, and I just avoid it now because it's always just people doing their flat lays, which is where you take a picture of all the stuff you use, and people they know so much about a hydroxy for this and then a retinoid, but you can't mix it with a vitamin C, and I'm just like, I can't even. I'm sure Brenna knows all that stuff now, like is learning that stuff, but I don't care enough. So anyway, I finally heard about this thing at some point called spirolactinone, lactinone that some girls were taking on there and said it changed their life. So I went and asked the doctor about it because I struggled with acne for fucking ever, hormonal acne.
But I've never, I know you have pimple, but like, and I know probably
I've taken
because
it
since you've known me.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever seen you with like a whitehead zit.
Whiteheads, no, but I get like
Maybe a little something on the chin, maybe like twice in our friendship.
Yeah, I get chin, and then I get like up around here, around my like upper jaw. But I used to get it everywhere, dude. I mean, I had acne, and they weren't just like little bumps. They were ones that would just, and they wouldn't heal.
Yeah.
They would just keep coming back, and they were just massive, and they would hurt, and they would just be. You couldn't. There's no popping them because it would just make it worse. It was terrible, and I know anyone out there with adult acne knows, like, as soon as it goes away, one comes up, a new one. There's never a time where your skin is just fucking clear. It was so annoying. I'm getting mad about it, and I haven't even suffered with it for so long, but I went to the doctor and got spirulactone. It was 50 milligrams, and it didn't do it. And I was like, fuck. And it was, because all these message boards said, oh, it changed everything. And I was like, finally, my golden ticket. And it didn't do anything, and I was so upset. So I quit taking it. Acne came back, and I was just like, this is just my lot in life. And then went to a new doctor who said, oh, you should do 100. Like 50 is not going to really do it. Go up to 100. And she was like, but it can cause upset stomach. It makes you pee all the time. There's a bunch
liver
of
stuff too. I think
there's a bunch
like
of side
Accutane.
effects for fucking spirulactone. Let me read them so I can just see what I'm going to die of. Because I'm
you're
addicted
doing it
to
on
this
the
stuff.
show.
Yeah, I want to see like how it's going to go down.
Well,
but
I know Accutane would like the
drowsiness,
liver.
dizziness, lightheadedness, stomach upset, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, headache. And then it makes you have to pee all the time. But man, it changed everything. Wait, what
Those
about the
aren't that
liver?
bad. No, but like Accutane, that was for
well, yeah,
zits that every kid took. Like, if you couldn't drink on it, or like, I don't know, it could fuck you up forever.
Too much potassium, so I can't eat too much bananas, which I wasn't even doing anyway. And I ran out the other day, and I was so worried because I was like, fuck, I'm gonna tape this show and not have any, and my skin's gonna erupt, and I can't. And I went to a Mexican pharmacy. None of them have spirulactone. They looked at me like I was crazy, even though I'm like, so many women are on this thing. What is up? And then Andrew went and picked up a prescription for me right before I left, and I thought it was gonna be my antidepressant, and for sure. And then he got in the car and he brought it, and I had just gone to.
That's why you went.
I
nuts.
had gone to so many pharmacies the day before looking for the stuff, and I was gonna have Carlisle ship it, and like it was gonna take another 2 weeks, which would have meant my face would explode in that time because I'm already out. And then you brought down spirulactone, and I was like, yeah! I was so excited. I was like shaking, rattling it around. But I did go to the pharmacy the other day, and they didn't have it. But I did get Latisse, which is the
generic version of it.
no, Latisse is for your eyelashes.
Oh,
And he goes, do you want this kind or this kind? And I was like, what's the difference? He was like, price. And I was like, and it was either $50 or $25. And I'm like, well, what's the difference? He's like, same ingredients, but this one is made in their different lab. And I'm like, obviously I want the more expensive one because it'll be better, but also why? If it's almost like the Walgreens version of ibuprofen,
Yeah. I know. I don't know.
Generic.
When it comes to your eyes, anything by your eyes. Like my buddy, I remember he's
discount
like,
LASIK.
yeah, he got discount LASIK, and I was like, that's not what you want to spend every dollar you have
And on plastic
your
surgery,
eyes.
too.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Man, I was getting into plastic surgery stuff last night. I think I'm going to do some stuff. Not plastic surgery, but lipo, because skinny girls get lipo, and it looks amazing.
Where you need lipo?
On my back. I just like
Back
want.
fat?
No, it's not back fat. It's just like I've got like you sent me those pictures the other day of me walking on the beach.
Yeah.
And I can't get over how much I look like just a hunchbacked,
Can I?
massive man. I look like a man next to these girls, and I can't get over it. Like sent me into a wild depression.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
'Cause
it's not your fault.
I didn't think you stood out like that at all. The only thing with your back, and I didn't even think I sent you one photo. I didn't know that I sent you a photo with your back, but you didn't have spray on your back, so your back.
Yeah, I know. Was a
But I'm
different
saying,
color.
so that's why it would stand
No,
out.
it was like my posture was all fucked, and I can't get my posture down, man. Like when I put my shoulders back, it just feels like I'm like stupid looking.
Oh, so dumb.
It doesn't look right to me, but it does. I was standing in the mirror trying to practice like how to stand during the show because I cannot look like this around these girls that are decades younger than me. I cannot look like tech neck, where you lean like this. But I just have on my lower body. I have a lot of just, I don't know, it's like thickness. I have a thicker lower like back here on my like
Yeah.
flanks, and I just want to take it out because I didn't know this, but like all those girls that have like perfect little figures, they're all getting lipo. Amy Schumer
So
had
you have
lipo
like
recently.
you have like a Fuba, fat upper.
fat
butt
lower
area.
back, Fluba.
Isn't that what you ordered at the Mexican restaurant the other night?
I have a Fluba. Listen, I have been depressed this weekend, so where I go when I'm depressed is like I need to fix my body and do something different, and I'm like going kind of insane
Well,
about
did you
it.
get the anxiety medicine?
Yeah, it's nothing's working.
I'm like,
And I'm staying in a fucking cave at this resort.
you're
and,
far away. You're staying by yourself.
And work keeps getting pushed. I haven't worked in 5 days.
We had a good day yesterday, though.
Yeah, that was really fun. We went out to lunch. And that's what I need to do is I need to force myself to socialize because, man, I woke up at 11 yesterday and I just wanted to go back to sleep because I just didn't. I don't know if anyone relates, but like, I just don't want to be awake. I don't want to be like alive right now. I'm just
Yeah.
depressed and I don't know why.
It's so weird, too, because we're in paradise.
And that's what makes it
Yeah.
even worse.
I know.
And I
Yeah.
think depressed people get so much more depressed in the summer, I think,
because you think you should be outside.
because
At least
everything
winter,
says go outside. And
yeah.
winter at least matches the way you feel inside. But
seasonal depression,
Oh my
it's tough
God.
when it's summer.
yeah, I
75.
get seasonal
Yeah.
depression the other way.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I do similar shit that like I'll get in shape during the winter, and then get fat during the summer. I don't know what the hell that mindset is. I don't know.
Maybe
I let
it's
myself go when it's nice out. When
Because
people
it's
would
finally
see
you
my
can
body.
relax. Like I think you do the
Yeah.
thing where you're like gearing up for the summer.
Yeah.
And then when summer hits, you're like, okay, now I can just stop that. I went to the gym yesterday, like trying to get like maybe because I realize I have bradycardia, which is my heart is like always really a low pulse rate. And I was thinking about it. I think my depression is linked to just having a low pulse because it's just like, and so I just need to get my blood. I just need to get my heart rate up more often. So I went on the treadmill and was walking on that thing. And then do you ever get so depressed in the middle of a workout, you just give up?
Yes.
Because you're just like, nothing's going to change in this next 10 minutes that I could go. I have to look at my fucking self in the mirror this whole time.
I changed my goal. I go, you know what? You only wanted to do 10 minutes anyway. And then you make it and you're
Oh my
like,
God.
I made my goal.
But
and
there's
it's like, that wasn't
sometimes-
your goal, dude.
You trench on the treadmill, you press it down. Oh, yeah. I mean, and then sometimes the calories that you burn, which I don't exercise for calories, but it bugs me when it shows you your calories. And I'm like, I haven't burned that many because this thing automatically thinks I'm a man. And unless I plug in my weight, which I'm not going to do to
and
let
put
it,
on makeup.
Yeah. But I was just like, I don't know. I was just in a
Wait,
real
so
bad
what-
funk
so
yesterday.
what did
and
you
then
do?
I went
So
and
you
so I
didn't-
worked out. So I went to just go look at the gym, but to go in and look at the gym, you have to like sign in. And so I was like, I'll just do it now. So
You're in heels and
Worked
so you're like,
out.
fine, I'll just.
I was in workout clothing because I was
Yeah.
going to go check it out. Then I was going to go walk around the resort just to get my blood flowing and then come back. Mm-hmm. And then I just worked out. And then I went and I listened to Taylor Swift while looking at the stars, which was really pretty. But I also was like, I can't do this for that long. I don't know why. I was just feeling melancholy
It's
and
so
like
true,
in my
though.
feelings.
I
And
can't
there was
look
no
at the sky
song.
that long. Who looks at the sky and's like, it doesn't change. You might see a shooting star, but like,
Well, you can focus on a star and it starts to twinkle and like wink at you, and you try to look for a sign. Like I was trying to talk to people
what
in
were
my
you looking
life.
for? What did you hear anything?
No, I was just like maybe I was just really in my feelings. But the problem is when I'm depressed, there's no song that can match my feelings. Because music for me always is me able to like. What depression is it is no feelings. It's not because there
Yeah.
was like a
So what do you do? Do you keep like searching for something that's going to take you out of it?
yeah,
or
I
do you-
masturbate. Maybe that'll take me out of
Yeah.
it. Then I can't come because I literally feel dead.
Yeah, it's like you're on
everywhere.
the treadmill. You quit halfway through.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will pull up a Louise Hay meditation on YouTube because she talks about just like because I know that thoughts are what make. She had this great point, Louise Hay, by the way, if you're ever in the mood for some motivational stuff, this woman is legit. But she was talking about how, and I love this, if you're
like Louis
grateful for
CK.
everything that you do,
Yeah.
If you're grateful for everything you have from the universe, the universe will give you more. It's kind of like if you give someone a gift and they're just like, I don't want this. I hate it. I hate everything I have already. You're not going to give that person another gift. But if you give someone a gift and they're like, thank you so much about the stupid thing you gave them, then the next time you see something that like, oh, they would want this.
Yeah.
You're going to give more. And that just made so much sense to me of I just need to be thankful for literally everything. And then the world will start giving you those stuff.
Well,
It's
I feel like when
the law of attraction.
I feel like
is
with
what it is.
depression, sometimes it's like the best thing for depression is like literally just being around other people, like something
Yes.
that simple. I think when
Yes.
we try to do so many things on our own, like we'll work out, I'll masturbate, I'll play chess, or like solitaire, like I'll
Being
do all
alone
these. You're
is
alone.
The
That's
worst
the
thing for me.
Yeah,
It
so
reminded
then
me of being on the road when
you're
I
in your
didn't bring out
thoughts.
my
Yeah.
friends with me, and I would just like all day search for things that would keep me from just eating. That's all I'm doing because all I want to do is just go and eat. All I can think about is food. It's the only drug that is going to take me out of my feelings. It's the only thing that's going to make my adrenaline or my dopamine go up in a real way. Nothing else will. And so the whole day is just me trying to do anything but that. But then you eventually eat, and then you feel so bad that you overate. It's just like I'm just like in it right now.
So then the liposuction on your back.
That's just a quick fix. That
Yeah, that's
just
what I'm
tells me,
saying.
okay, well now I can look forward to that. Gives me something to live
Well,
for.
yeah.
Because now I can schedule that, and that'll be something on my schedule. And it's just like, what am I even doing? We got to get to the news. Let's see if there's anything in there to cheer me up. And I'm honestly having a good mood right now.
Yeah, you seem like it.
You heard it here first. Yeah, you heard it here first.
Hey, it's Sunday, folks. You know what that means? It's actually Monday.
Yes, it is.
I hope you're having all the swells out there. We are, or at least I am. Nikki is
I'm
cutting
having
her
them.
back with a knife right now.
I do remember there was a girl in 8th grade who was trying to erase her fat with a pencil eraser and
my
just like going.
God.
And I was so sad. I remember just being like, "Stop that!" And she was just like, "I want it off." And I was just like, "Oh my
Like
God!"
one of those
Everyone's
big erasers, or like just a regular.
a tiny pencil.
Oh.
I know, it was so sad.
Oh man,
I know.
you got to get the one that's
Do you
not
ever see the
connected
girls?
to anything.
You remember the girls that would do the lighter and they would light it for a really long time?
Yeah.
And then they would turn it and put it on their skin,
and
and
make
then
a
it'd make a
smiley
smiley
face.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. That was just another self-harmy thing that kids used to do. News.
Pauly D.
Oh, shit. Okay.
DJ Pauly D with the
What
freaking
is
moose
DJ
hair.
Pauly D in the news for? I must know.
You're gonna love
Dude,
it.
so he's running for president.
No, he's
no.
okay.
He says MTV recorded absolutely everything in a Jersey Shore house. Those are our sex tapes. According to Reality Star, there was someone filming all night. Even when they'd bring someone to bed, they have the footage somewhere, so it's like a safe somewhere. And Paulie's not alone in his conviction that these tapes exist. Those tapes exist. We always joke about it. We're like, yo, where's that footage? So
Okay.
they're straight up.
You
just
know what this reminds
penetration.
me of?
What's that?
Secrets of Playboy, that show I was watching. You know why Hugh Hefner got to do whatever he wanted to do forever and ever is because he would invite people to Playboy Mansion. That's why he would have these big celebrity
he'd
parties.
get 'em on camera
He
and
had
then
a
use 'em as
camera in
revenge.
every fucking room. So he would invite all these celebrities. He has a video on everyone in Hollywood. I mean, this was happening up until like 5 years ago, I think. And he has something, all the Playmates say he has a video on, and that's why they all stayed, because
Probably
they had revenge
catalog.
porn.
Yeah,
and so
Jesus.
he has girl, I mean, there's one story that came out that he made a girl go down on a dog. And so he has deplorable videos of everyone either watching these acts or being a part of them. And that's why anytime a press article would come out about a rape or any kind of nefarious activity, he would just make a call and it would go away because he has something on everyone. I mean, that's
Probably politicians that came by.
so
it's
that's
like-
why the Jersey Shore, like, they can't really.
Release that?
No, I'm just saying,
Oh.
like, it's interesting that MTV could have something on them. There'd be something. If I were MTV and needed Pauly D to do something for me and he didn't want to do it, I'd go, oh, that's interesting. You don't want to do it because I have this tape.
Whoa,
When you have
that's-
that kind of footage, I'm not saying that they
Can you
would do
imagine
that.
if your employer has
That's what.
has you on tape having sex?
They probably do. I mean, I
mean-
jerked off in a lot of dog houses.
It's crazy.
There were
how-
cameras in
Yeah.
the one a house that I was in, and I don't know. They might have had him in the. They might have had.
There's
him.
definitely footage of me jerking off in places because, but I haven't done anything illegal or something. And I wouldn't. I've talked about it all on stage, so I'm. If it came out, I would be like Erin, what's her name, and be like, and just
Brockovich?
sue and
Yeah.
get a bunch of money for people seeing me naked. You know.
Oh, yeah, Aaron Andrews.
But honestly, I wouldn't be that bothered. But I mean, I don't want to say I wouldn't be bothered, but I would turn it into something of like, you know, it would be a victimization, and so it's not like you would. But what I'm saying is, he has stuff of them with underage girls. Like he has illegal footage, is what Hugh Hefner had. But I was on Reddit the other night, and they were talking about where video cameras can be in Airbnbs and how to look for them. They're fucking everywhere, and so someone in the comments, you know, the alarm clock, if you shine your phone light into, you know, smoke alarms and you in the holes, you know, if it's like a blue light back at you, then it's a camera. There's some way to check anyway.
Stuffed animals.
But the thing is, someone goes, I used to work, you know, decades ago for some company that put pinpoint cameras in different things, and he said, there's no way to check for it all. If they want to have, they're everywhere. And Hugh Hefner was doing this in the 70s. He had videos in every room. So the way the technology, like in the grotto, he was getting stuff underwater cameras.
Yeah,
everything.
it's just funny to think of like how big the videotapes had to be that he had to hide. Like,
yeah.
It was.
I can't wait for that next.
I got caught on video by. I told you this story about my brother when he caught me.
Oh my god, that was
drunk,
so funny.
yelling at the dog. I came home. I left the dog for way too long. I got hammered, and then I ended up having sex during the day. And then I got a phone call.
Look at how he's looking down. It's the shame.
Oh, it was terrible. And then they were like, "You got." The dog started to bark and yelp because it hasn't eaten for too long, and so he was on camera. And they called me. He set off the baby cam, and so my sister-in-law called me and was like, "You got to get home and take the dog out and feed him."
How long had it been? I don't even want to hear this.
It wasn't that. It wasn't.
Right.
It was. I probably left the house at like 10 a.m. They claim it was longer. I really don't. It was like 10 a.m. to like 6 p.m.
Okay.
Maybe later. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it was long enough, and I stopped and got a turkey sandwich. And I took the dog out, and then I started going to here. I go, I can't believe you ratted me out to the camera. You ratted me out, Hubert. Like that, like just hammered, like just like
Yeah.
And I, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't. And
do you even remember saying that? Or were you doing it kind of to be funny?
No. I was just talking to him because I was depressed and alone and trying to get myself out of it, you know. So I thought I'd have a conversation with Hubert. And then 6 months later, I'm getting a beer with my brother, and he's like, "You ratted me out, Hubert. You ratted me." He saw the whole thing on the camera.
That's so weird. I don't think we realize how often we talk to animals and ourselves.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be very embarrassing.
Oh my God. Yesterday I got a new guitar, and I was outside playing it, and I set up my camera, and I was just playing a song. And then I was watching it later when I was on the treadmill just to distract myself to see like if it sounded all right. And it was so sad. There was a moment where I want to play it for you because it's so fucking sad. So I'm playing guitar, and then I just stop and look into the ground. I'm not joking you, for like a minute without doing like I just
that like
just a despondent stare into the ground. Oh my God, it's so weird. Okay.
Oh my God. Even with glasses on, you can see how sad you are.
I did not know I was doing that. Like, I forgot about the camera at this point. This is like 10 minutes into the recording. You guys, this is not a still image. That's just me.
Wait, it's not?
sad. No,
It's not still?
it's still going. It's not still.
That's really sad.
It's still going.
And you're like hugging your own neck.
It's
What are
still
you thinking
going.
about?
I
Do you
don't
remember?
know. And then I started again.
Aww.
You guys have to watch that on the YouTube.
We got to post that as an
It's
Instagram.
so fucking that I should just post that on my Instagram because I feel like people can relate to that being that sad because I didn't even know that I did that. That's an interesting thing is film yourself doing something and then just leave it on and forget because you will every time I film myself doing anything, whether it's like an ad for the show or like I'm filming myself playing guitar.
Show.
I forget I'm on camera and then I start and you just don't know what you're like when you aren't around other people. It's really interesting to see. That's why I was so impressed when I saw that Erin Andrews, like I didn't see the footage, but the fact that she was alone doing her makeup or like, naked in her hotel room and she looked good the whole time is shocking. I've never been naked in my hotel room and looked like sexy. It's always been like me
with your fluba
farting and my fluba.
Fat lower
and just
back,
like
upper
wiping,
back.
like spray tan, like scratching my skin to get spray tan off, and just
I
like
am
being
disgusting
gross.
when I'm by myself. I'll be eating a pizza naked and like laying sideways, so I'm never fatter. I'm like doing the Costanza, but not even like
like
sexual.
a mermaid on the beach.
And my legs are crossed, and my dick's probably like in between. Like you probably can't even see my cock.
Oh
it's
my
just,
God.
It's inside my body.
Yeah.
And I just have cheese inside my chest hair. And I'm just like, this is the life. Okay. Brooklyn Beckham and his fiancee, billionaire heiress,
Yeah.
Nicola Peltz,
Yeah.
could spend their honeymoon in space as their wealthy friends plan to spend $500,000 on a Virgin Galactic trip. A source told the Mirror between his family and Nicola's, it's easy to get them on the Richard Branson's first VIP space flight. The cost would be a drop in the ocean. A lot of people will be vying for the title of most impressive gift at his wedding. The group,
Okay, so they're just gonna go into space for a honeymoon gift.
yeah, for probably like 5 seconds.
Would you go? Would you go into space? Did we talk about this? I have no interest. No, I bet you would go into space.
Nope.
Really?
I don't.
You
I
seem
don't
like a
want to
space
go into
explorer.
space.
It seems like something you'd be like, I don't want to do it, and then you do it, and you're like, Nikki, I love space. Like that you would really get into.
I know.
Like with that, again, like you wouldn't think you would like it, but you would.
I would,
Like if I would do it for Avi, and then I would end up liking
And then
it.
you would go, well, actually, I like it. That's how my mom likes everything, I think, is my dad has gotten her into stuff.
I think there's this. I think I don't know. We go up in airplanes all the time. We don't give a fuck, and it's like 60 years ago that was space.
Yeah.
So people were looking out the window and like, "Oh my God, I can see the Rocky Mountains from up here."
Yes.
Do you remember
And
the
now we
movie
go-
with George Clooney where he goes
Yes.
into space
Up in the
and then-
air. Oh.
Up in the space.
When he
and at
fires people on Mars.
Okay, yes.
Do you remember like in the ending where he just like floats into the rest of the
The abyss?
universe? That's what I'm
Yes.
scared of.
I'm kind
You're
of into
scared
that.
of just like floating out into nothingness.
Continuously.
Well, isn't that kind
It's
of
like how you were looking at the ground.
what do you mean? Oh, yeah.
were-
That was.
you were
like I was,
Clooney on
I was
land.
Clooneying.
Someone needs to
Yeah, you're
Photoshop that of you floating in outer space.
Look, yeah, and just seeing Clooney in your eye, in your glasses.
So weird. Wait a second. No. But isn't space kind of like the ocean? Like if you get out there far enough and you can't see any land, isn't that kind of the same vibe? Is there a fear of the ocean too, Noah? Because of
yeah,
just
like
being-
the deep ocean for sure.
Yes. Oh my God, we saw whales yesterday. It was so fucking cool.
I saw this video the other day on TikTok. They like tagged like a great white shark, and it was like
They tagged it.
They tag them in
Yeah,
the
they-
video.
Like in the video.
Yeah.
Like, did they hashtag?
Yeah, they hashtagged them. Yeah, freaking.
Oh, so they were
Gary-
actually tagging it.
Yeah, Gary the Great White. Yeah, he's fucking blowing up right now on Vimeo.
I love his skincare tutorials.
It's wild. Like he uses his own cartilage. Yeah, he actually uses his seahorse cum foreskin. By the way, I saw seahorse the other day. Those things are wild. By the way. Anyways, so the shark is swimming and it's in like 30 degree, like its body, it's like 30 degrees, and it gets lower and lower, and then it goes to like 78 degrees. So something ate it.
What?
Yeah. Something ate a great white shark at the bottom of the ocean. Like,
No,
we have
it
no
didn't.
idea. Space is the ocean. We don't even know.
Yes. Wait, so something ate it, and
They
that's
don't
why
know.
it got
They don't
warm?
know. They don't know. It got warm down. Warm.
Wait, you got to send me that TikTok.
Yeah, I got to find it.
So Gary's not putting out content anymore.
No, he still
gotta
is
eat.
from inside the
Megalodon.
the greater shark. The great, yeah. Who knows what's in there? We saw a whale yesterday.
Oh my God,
breach,
it was so
and then you
cool.
saw a rock.
Then I saw rocks that I thought was a whale, and I just was watching these rocks for so long, being like, "They're coming up again." And Andrew's like, "I
so
can
much
see that
activity.
they're rocks." And
There's
I
so
was
much
like,
activity.
No, those are whales. Yeah, this whale was just really out in the sea, just flipping around, and it was so cool. God, they're so freaking cool. Animals do bring me out of a funk when they're just so cute. And they remind you that everything's okay. I love animals. I need more in my life. I really miss Luigi. I bet he's depressed out there too.
Yeah, he's probably looking at the ground somewhere.
We were talking about yesterday,
drums.
me and Jen, my assistant / producer on the show, she was talking about how we were talking about how our dogs get depressed on our behalf and how they'll dogs can be your emotional support animal, but anyone out there is a depressed person and have animals. Does your dog fall into a depression too with you? Because mine sure does.
Yeah.
Well, Luigi will sleep until, he wouldn't have gone out and past, I'll take him at 11 right before I go to bed or whatever it is. And then he won't, then the next morning I'll be asleep at 1 and he'll still be patiently waiting for me to get up and not making a big noise, just chilling. He'll go and take 5-hour naps with me. It makes me so sad that I bring that on my animal. But I think that's what happens to your kids. That's why I'm scared of being a depressed mother.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids to be like, oh, mom's taking a 5-hour nap again. And I was talking to someone about it, and they're like, well, your husband can play with the kids while you're taking your depression nap. And I'm like, I don't. It's just scary when you have bouts of depression that are like the flu.
Oh, yeah. That was my whole childhood.
But that's not like the flu. That was consistent.
Yeah.
Would she come out of it?
No.
Right. I would just hate it.
And my dad wasn't there to
play with you
us,
guys.
So we were just watching Boy Meets World and be living in that world for a while.
Oh, no.
Be like, Topanga, what do you think?
When this boy meets world. They got really British at the end of that song.
Really?
But it would be like, when this boy meets world.
Remember how hot Sean was at the beginning of Boy Meets World, and then he got uglier and uglier. His teeth got more spaced, and then he had butt hair.
No, Sean was always right or strong.
The guy, the hot friend, the one.
Yeah, he was hot.
No,
the whole
he got
time.
ugly.
Oh, really?
Man. He had a weird face.
I did a podcast with him, so I'm not going to talk about his looks and call him ugly.
I didn't realize
Seems
you
mean.
guys were so.
But
close.
you know who was a hot one to me was the brother Eric. Oh, boy,
Oh, yeah.
God.
He had good hair.
Oh,
He was like Joey Lawrence, kind of.
so cute. We got to go to break. Let's come back with Why Do I Care? How
Joey
about that?
Lawrence and his brother were like the Jonas Brothers before the Jonas Brothers.
Whoa. What did he used to say? Whoa. Yeah, whoa.
No, wait. Yeah. Whoa.
No, it was more like, whoa. I'm just kidding. It's the Tool time.
I think it was. I think
It was whoa. Wait, why did every heartthrob have a thing? Jesse on Full House was like, have mercy.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you remember that one?
I guess for Pride to sell T-shirts.
Bazinga.
Look at Bart Simpson.
Oh, yeah.
Don't have a cow, man.
Cowabunga. Why was
Cowabunga.
everything a cow? No, that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was Cowabunga. Okay, we gotta go to break.
No, he said it. Bart
He did
Simpson
too?
said it. Yeah.
Okay, break. We'll be back. All right, why do I care? Why do I care?
Why do you care, Nick?
Andrew,
Oh,
you want to
pulled.
look up a little bit as you read your phone just so it's a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like,
Oh, like this?
yeah, that looks good. Oh my God, your dirty phone. Look, there's
Okay.
cum on that phone.
Whatever, dude. It's a fucking 12 cum. Okay, Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
Says she and Justin Timberlake are good friends after Super Bowl scandal. Honestly, the whole thing was blown
anyone
way out of
good friends
proportion.
with
And of course, it was
the
an
Jacksons?
accident that should not have happened, but everyone is looking for someone to blame, and that's got to stop. Justin and I are very good friends, and we will always be very good friends.
always be connected by that moment.
I mean,
Do you remember where you were when that happened? I was in my dorm room sophomore year of college at the University of Kansas.
I think I was at someone's, like a Super Bowl party of like a family friend.
Yeah.
And everyone was like,
That nipple popped out. It wasn't even a nipple. It was covered with like a spiky ornament. That is so
sun.
not. Yeah, it was not even.
Yeah.
Now that wouldn't raise.
But it looked like a nipple. That
nipple
was the
hair.
thing.
It
It
was-
looked like a giant nipple.
It was a nipple
people
ring,
are-
right?
No, I think it was like
I thought it was her nipple.
it was an ornament that covered the nipple.
But attached to
Are
a
you
nipple
sure?
ring.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Did we ever find out if she knew about it? They had to have planned it.
Well, in that quote, she said it was an accident.
Yeah,
That
I don't
shouldn't have
think
happened.
she planned it.
But he pulled it off. It was totally planned. Why has there been no final answer on this, whether it was an accident or not? An accident might have been the accident of thinking that was something they could do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, where's the accident?
Okay.
Because it was so intentional. Give me a break.
It was. Well, I don't think he was supposed to take off both layers. I don't think.
Okay.
I could be wrong because she had like a weird like red bra.
How
but then,
could you
but her nipple.
accidentally? How could you be wearing a thing that could come off?
Okay, she had a star,
Okay.
but her nipple was coming through the star. Like you
Yes.
could easily.
It was
see nipple.
around it. Yes.
It wasn't just a cover.
Okay.
If anything, it probably accentuated her nipple.
It's so funny that nipples are such a big deal when men get to show them all the time. It's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because they're fat?
I don't know. I think
There's fat, like there's like a bump in them. Like, what is wrong with them? I mean, I get it.
Oh, wow.
They are titillating. No pun intended.
Janet Jackson claims that she told Justin Timberlake not to talk about it after because remember he was like he didn't really come to her defense that much.
Right. I mean, everyone wants to throw Justin under the bus after the Britney thing and how
Yeah.
But the Britney thing, I was listening to our friend Claire Parker's podcast, the Celebrity Memoir Book Club.
Yeah.
It's a really popular podcast now. And she was talking about the Jamie Lynn Spears book, and everyone hates Jamie Lynn Spears now because of. It's just. I would be. I heard. Can I just play something that I heard
Janet
the other
Jackson
day?
has a documentary called All for You that's out now.
It's all for you if you don't really want it.
I was so obsessed
all
with that
for
slow
you.
song that Janet Jackson sang, and she was
Oh,
like
yeah.
sitting between like the guy's legs who had braids or dreads. It was really hot.
Can I just play a recent Britney Spears Instagram with no context? And just you tell me if this is, let's play 4-year-old or Britney Spears.
Okay.
Chickens, hello chickens, hi. There's a white chicken, there's a brown chicken, there's a black chicken, there's an orange chicken, there's a red chicken. How many chickens are there? Wait, there's 1, 2,
That's
3, 4,
beautiful.
5, 6, 7, 8.
We don't have food. Sorry, guys.
Baby, where are they going?
They're just chilling. Is that a turkey?
Wait, don't they belong in a
Might be a
barn?
turkey.
Or don't they belong in a barn?
Chicken. No. They're in the wild.
They're in the wild. Okay.
They are wild
This one wants to come inside the car. Hi, chicken. Hi. Will it hurt me?
No. Well,
4-year-old or Britney Spears?
3-year-old.
I mean,
that's yeah.
I
that's-
heard that and I go, what's going on here? I know
You
that
know what
girls
it sounded like?
sometimes
Kinda-
do a baby voice for
sounded like-
guys, and sometimes they play dumb. Like, I've even done it before, to be like,
Yes.
Wait, like, what do you do? Like, you just, like, kind of do a little bit more.
but to say brown chicken, red chicken, black chicken, like.
It reminded me of shrimp soup, shrimp salad, shrimp sandwich from Bubba Gump.
And then underneath it, it's just like, go girl, live your best life. There's nothing of concern here. I'm just like tired of the narrative switch now that she's free of like everything she does is totally mentally sound and like we are all we're there for it. I am here for this. And it's like if this would have been posted when she was under conservatorship, you would have said this was a red flag and a cry for help. So what
a
is
red chicken, I think.
Red chicken?
Blue chicken.
I love Britney Spears, and I always have, always will. But that video did not make me go, "Yay, free Britney!" I'm so.
Well, yeah. I mean, at what point is supporting someone a detriment to them? Like, that's I guess the question is like, you know, when she's naked with barely, you know, covers on her. Imagine if like, and I know this sounds whatever cheesy, but like, you're a 15-year-old, you're her son. And you see whatever your mom almost butt naked on
Spinning
Instagram,
around. Yeah.
And then
with
you go
choppy editing.
with your friends with choppy editing,
With
and then
smeared
you read the
makeup.
comments, and everyone's like, "You go, girl. You're the best." I get it. Like, be naked, whatever. It's just nudity. I get that, but really think about if that's your own mother, because that's how like I would look at it, and I'm like,
I don't think anything's changed since she's become free in terms of her captions and her videos. To me, nothing's changed except she has gotten a little bit more outspoken, which has only made me realize someone just needs to like just edit a couple
maybe
words.
she needs
and-
help without people stealing her money. Like, I think
Yeah.
that's more.
How
the
about
thing.
that?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
And I don't think like hearing
just-
her boyfriend. I think he's just like along. He's a yes guy. Like, he's just like along for the ride.
How long could you put up with a hot girl that likes to count chickens and say what color they are?
If there's no other animals on the farm, not long. Or maybe it's good.
They
that they're-
belong in a barn.
Don't they belong in a barn?
That was the only
did you
thing that
hear
I go,
him?
not a 4-year-old. Belong. The word belong
Mm.
is not a 4-year-old's word. That was the only indication tone of voice, everything about that. I mean, obviously this girl is suffering and has been through a lot. And there's
Yes.
some kind of stunted, arrested development there in her voice, because that's the voice of a child, but with one vocabulary word that a child wouldn't use, which makes me think of that 22-year-old girl that's actually looks like she's 8.
And here's what happens.
But
It's
there's
like,
a TLC show.
she can't do anything wrong. And if you even say that she might
Oh,
be
yeah, I
doing
know. I'm
something
gonna
wrong,
get people
you're gonna
coming
get
after me for
stabbed
this.
in the throat. And it's like you can say this was crazy, and in the same voice you go, I feel bad that society treated her that way. You know what I mean? You can say both
Yeah.
without. You don't have to stand everything she does.
I'm just saying, coming from I want to just say that I don't think everything's okay based on that chicken video. That there's something that there's been maybe head trauma, or like that is just a person who if I start talking like that, wouldn't you go, did Nikki hit her head? Is she suffering some kind of head?
Like, look around this
traumatic
room
brain
right
injury.
now and talk like that, and let's see.
No, I don't even want to do it because
Yeah.
it'll be mocking it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if someone an adult person started talking like that, you would say they had a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, something
bad.
happened to them. And
When
so,
something did, you know.
So for people to go, LOL, I love and just let me read some of these comments. What I love that purple hair, Britt. You can rock it all. Girl, I love the purple hair. Queen, your body is beautiful. Nobody in the world is perfect, so don't worry. We love you. Don't ever say your body isn't perfect. It is. Oh, because her caption was all about how her body and the paparazzi add rolls and everything. It's just...
Wait, that was in the
same
caption
chicken
of the
video.
chicken-
Yeah. I mean, the chicken video was one of the 5 videos of the series. I think they're all just ignoring the chickens. The chicken part, or maybe we didn't see it.
So the chicken was a deep cut.
Yeah. And before we get to top one, bottom one, because I know we need to get to it, I don't know. One more Britney thing. I just want to say, did this sound good to everyone? People, I thought this was going to get kind of made fun of a little bit, but everyone was like, that is so good.
That one of the chickens?
Is that good?
I mean,
I know everything's that to me, when I first heard that, I thought there was someone in a car accident on my feed. I think I heard it on someone else's phone next to me.
Yeah, I thought was that her
Sounds
Singing.
like a warm up.
singing?
Like she's doing.
Yes.
Is she doing warm ups?
Does she have her finger in her ear?
I mean, I can't do that.
Oh, okay, that stuff sounds good. But
It's interesting.
The first part, I mean, I couldn't hit that note either. Noah, you're right. Like that. I guess I kind of hit it, but you can't hit it right.
And she has bad acoustics. Everything is not built
But
for that. But yes,
I just am I wrong in thinking that doesn't sound good?
well, there were people. Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
But
that wasn't.
you should see the comments under this.
She can't do wrong. It's not.
It's I feel crazy. That's what I'm starting to feel like. Is I feel crazy.
There were
Miley
people
Cyrus
probably-
wrote under this. said someone wrote she wrote vocal Bible. Someone said this just extended our lives. Someone said meet me at 3 a.m. Someone said a new song. Oh my God, Britney is coming.
Here's the thing. Her doing any music, people are so fucking happy than the dancing and the chickens. Like, if she puts out an album right now, it would destroy. Like, people want her to.
I would love it.
Yeah,
too.
I would love it too. I would love for her to come out with a great.
Okay, there's some comments that are actually acknowledging it. Me when someone steps on my toe while in line for Pizza Hut.
Yes.
Okay, so there we have one acknowledgement
And
within the top
how many
100
comments
comments.
are yelling at that person?
Oh my, that's a great.
There's
that's a great
probably
question.
6,000 comments.
18. Oh, that had to 18,000 likes, and then everyone.
How many comments under it?
356.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's actually kind of agreeing with them.
Oh. This is
Yeah.
a roller coaster.
Yeah, this is a roller coaster. You know what? I'm just glad that someone acknowledged that this isn't perfect because I felt crazy. Let's get to top one, bottom one. Today's category is
Potato chips.
potato
Ooh-wee.
chips. Or can we do corn chips too? Like any kind of chip?
Okay, a chip.
Okay, a chip. Okay, good. Because I think I have one that's mostly corn based. Andrew, let's start with you. We're gonna start with the bottom because we always like to end on top. Your
I mean, I have
least
a
favorite
feeling
chip?
what you're going to say, too, and it's probably mine as well. The Frito. Frito Britney. That's what I say.
Frito.
Yeah. Fuck Fritos.
Let's do snack chips, like
You know
any
what?
bags.
Here's the thing.
Or are we
Huh?
doing brands or flavors?
Oh, I'm thinking brands.
I mean, we really. This is a loose.
It's very loose.
So
It's,
you think Fritos, those ones with like the scoops, are the worst?
Well, here's
chip?
the thing. You got to, I mean, if you add any kind of like French onion dip, you got to add a dip. Just straight up Frito.
Yeah, you're not getting
If
to
someone
dip
goes
these.
into a store and they're like, hey, let me get, not even like the flavored Fritos, just like straight Frito. That's a guy that eats raisin bran without
I
even the
disagree.
raisins.
I think Fritos are delicious. Wait a second. So if I was going to the store and I go, they have Fritos and we have no dip, okay? Fritos,
Yeah.
or plain tortilla chips.
They're in the same ballpark. But
Okay.
I would say texture wise, that's close actually because I kind of like the hardness of a Frito.
Yeah. This is tough.
Yeah, that is.
So
tough.
so we're going Frito is your least favorite of all the snacks,
chips?
of all chips, of all like what about Cheetos? Do those count?
Oh, no.
What are Cheetos
I
made of?
love fucking
You love
Cheetos.
Cheetos? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Cheetos rock.
Cheetos, I just don't understand why the shape. What are they made of?
I mean, all chips are made out of.
They just look
fucking-
like long
chemicals.
boogers.
Yeah, I saw
chemicals.
some Dorito video of like this is your Doritos before, and it was just like this larva just like and like this is your chips, and I'm like okay,
Oh God, I don't need to see that shit.
yeah, it's fucked up.
Okay, Noah, what's your least favorite chip?
The Doritos has to be my bottom.
Doritos, just plain nacho cheese
Nacho?
Dorito?
Just like, well, we're talking about brands, right?
No. What kind of Dorito?
Yeah, what kind of Dorito?
I guess like okay, so I don't like it because it's so like manufactured to hit every single one of my like
It's got the salty,
like
the
the
sweet,
sound.
the cheesy, the fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like even down to to what the crunch sounds like, so that I want to eat more and more of it. So I just don't like Doritos. I mean, I guess they're all designed for that.
Wait, I'm
Yes.
confused. So you like them too much? Then you hate them?
I don't allow myself to eat them because I'll just eat the whole bag.
Wow, an
interesting. Yeah,
interesting
that's
take on a
that's
top one, bottom
yeah.
one. So because they are so appealing, let's avoid them. Now, how do you guys feel about
That's a good commercial for Doritos. I'll tell
It
you.
kind of is
Yeah.
actually. They're
It's like-
so
it's the I
good.
can't eat just one campaign of Lay's, but for Doritos.
For my least favorite, I'm going to go Lay's. The
Yeah, but
ruffle
which
Lay's.
Lay's?
Okay,
just straight
Ruffles.
Ruffs?
Like ruffled. I think. Yeah. Sorry.
Because Ruffled with sour cream and onion are fucking or cheddar and sour
Delicious.
cream. Woo!
No, Ruffles. Ruffles is the brand. Sorry, Ruffles. The sour cream and onion are delicious, but Ruffles just plain.
cheddar
I don't
sour
like.
cream.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go Lay's. Plain Lay's.
Yes.
That if they're just too oily, they make me sad to eat. They're just too oily and they're not fun. And I need something with them. I want some kind of dip with them, and they're just too plain. I don't like potato chips anyway. I never have. Sometimes there's like a green part of them. I remember there used to be like booger chips that we used to call them.
My
remember that?
my waspy friends, like their dads would always have like plain chips with a sandwich, and I never understood it. I never understood just a plain
My parents
salty
love
chip.
plain chips, and then there's like this grease stain on the paper plate, and it makes me sick. It makes me sick. One time during play practice in high school, it made me laugh so hard the other day because it was the first time, I think, one of the first times where I was like, I'm funny, or just the way I talk is funny. There's been a couple times like this recently where I've realized that like I'm just funny.
Yeah.
The way that I move and talk makes people laugh,
the
even if
ground.
I'm not trying to. Like the other day when I got out of that police ticket and I was doing this, like, yeah, I was just celebrating, but these guys were laughing so hard at my reaction and like, and you know, doing it. And then at the massage the other night, I just like stripped down my clothes as soon as the woman like turned her back, and she started laughing, and they all started laughing, and I was like, oh, I'm just like the way I move is funny. And then there was this time at play practice, and Justin Corson was sitting next to me. We were like partners on this. We had to sit in this like courtroom scene. It was like forever, and we were on this bench, and beneath us was like a 7-foot drop. It was like bleachers, but there was like a 7-foot drop that if we leaned back, it would be a catastrophic injury for both of us. And I used to, one day I look back and I go, that is just sick. And he was like, that's the funniest thing to say about a drop off. And he would just, every day he'd go, Nikki, that's just sick.
Yeah.
And it became this running bit of like, just something I said became a thing. And he was so funny that I just remember being like, oh, I said something funny, but I didn't mean for it to be funny. It was just disgusting.
I mean, that's the funniest shit is when sometimes I feel like I overanalyze like funny now of like what I say, is it witty enough? But some of the funniest shit is just off. Like that's why Beetlejuice was so fucking funny on Howard Stern.
Yes.
You just say things like you didn't think about. And the idea of like a 7-foot drop, it's like, let's drink a Mountain Dew and fucking like sick. Like it's such a small drop to be sick. Like it should be 600 feet
It's
to be
just
sick.
to be disgusted by things that aren't viscerally like gooey or gross is funny. To be like, that's sick. Ew.
Oh,
about a
that's
drop
the
off.
sick you meant?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant
I was
sick
saying-
like that's badass.
No, I was saying like that's sick. Like that could kill us.
Oh, well, that is kind of badass though too. Like that's a sick
Works both
jump.
ways.
It does work both ways. Okay, back to chips. Favorite chip.
Shit. I'd have to go with.
You ever had a Taki? I'm googling chips right now, and I've never had a Taki.
There's some chips.
they look gross.
You know
Pringles.
what are great chips? Zaps, which is like, and it's kind of because it's like a New Orleans chip, and that's where I went to college.
Yeah, it is a little cut.
But there's a chip called the Voodoo chip, and it's
Voodoo.
like. It's so many different
good.
flavors, and it just has
My
like,
mouth is watering like crazy.
and it's
right now.
crunchy. It's crunchy, and I'm not always a big crunch head with chips because it will cut where I don't have teeth.
Oh.
But
What about
yeah.
a baked lay? Do you like those because they're softer?
I like a baked lay because I convince myself I'm being healthy, or like a
Yeah, it's like you're eating a fucking salad.
what's
Salad
the-
chips.
What's the other chips?
Even though I do put them in my salad, I crunch them up and put
that-
them on a salad.
certain chips are better for that too.
Ooh,
What's
yeah.
the Harvest cheddar, the Sun chip? You convince yourself is healthy.
Oh, sun chips. Yeah, they have a lighter texture, almost like an air fried texture.
Yeah, and it just I don't know why it just seems healthy. What's your best chip, Noah?
My favorite chip is an Utz Red Hot.
Wait a
Wow.
second, I gotta Google Utz.
Utz's
Red
are
Hot.
like 80 cents too for a big ass bag.
It's
like,
definitely like a
it's
budget
a New York thing. Yeah.
potato chip.
and
but it's
Utz
like
Red Hot. Oh, that gives me canker sores just looking at the
they're
packaging.
so spicy, but like it's like a sweet spicy. It's like the best. I love it.
I feel like you get an Arizona.
Can you
can
get those
with
in
Utz's.
in Arizona?
I wish I would buy
Do you-
a ton of them if I did,
You
and I
would.
have so many pimples after
Oh, you get pimples from chips?
from those chips. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can you only eat 4 of them though? Like
No,
that's why you
it's-
like them because you
it's
actually
one-
hate them.
It's the well, I guess this is in contrast to what I don't like about the Doritos, but you eat it and it gets so spicy that you have to eat another one because it's like
Yeah.
a little bit sweet at
Yes.
first and then really spicy, and then you just eat the whole bag.
It's like when you get a pot brownie and it makes you eat half of it and then you get high and you get hungry and the only thing you have to eat is more brownie, which makes you
Yeah.
more high.
Also, Utz's is like the shitty. It's the Domino's pizza of chips
Oh.
Like, I like shitty pizza. Like, I like
Yeah.
Tostitos pizza. Like, I used to fucking
I
microwave
love
that. And it was
those.
my favorite, and I would rip it apart.
I didn't know how hungry I was until I started eating.
I know,
My mouth
I'm really
is watering.
salivating.
I mean, I
so
was
hungry
gonna
right
say
now.
that my least favorite chip is a salt and vinegar, and then I
Oh, that
thought
will get you
about it,
so
and
wet.
my fucking mouth
It's like a,
is pornographic
yeah,
right
it's
now.
like a pussy when you see like fucking David.
What? David.
I couldn't
the statue
think
of David.
I was thinking about I was thinking David Cortez or Dan Cortez. I was thinking of like someone.
Cortez. This is an MTV heavy show.
I was just thinking of like what would make your pussy wet, and then I was gonna go David Duchovny, and I just froze.
Wow.
But
yeah.
Dan Cortez would have been working.
Just David. Final thought.
It's like when your pussy gets wet from seeing David, the statue. Yeah, his
that
little
would be
cock.
funny.
What's your favorite chip?
My favorite is the Texas Grill Frito that has been discontinued, but I used to get them every day in high school.
So you're a Frito head?
Oh my god, the Texas Grill, they had little marks on them like your dad was out there barbecuing them on the grill. They were these.
It's probably too hard to make them.
Do you see?
Oh yeah, I don't remember the Texas Grill.
Oh, they were so freaking good. But if we're going, and this woman, that's Reba McEntire. I guess she was on the commercial for
I
them.
wonder if
That
they
kinda
stopped
looks like
making
me.
them because it's probably like hard to stamp each one.
I don't know why they stopped making them, but they were so freaking good. But I am, barbecue baked lays are probably the one. I'm not a chip head. I really don't like chips. I don't like anything that it's just going to be like so much fat and just a snack that does. Chips have never filled anyone up.
They never. You eat the whole bag.
Yeah.
Cheese balls in a can. I fuck with that heavy, and I fuck with potato sticks in a can.
If we're talking about cheese puffs, like the ones that are really puffy,
Yes.
like your
the ones
nipples?
not even like from the regular, like the Utzes of cheese puffs.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they come in a
And then I
jug.
suck my fingers after like it's coleslaw.
See, I like those so much better than Cheetos because Cheetos are like those
But Cheetos
dehydrated
makes-
and hard.
Cheetos makes cheese puffs.
Oh, why is it? Because
What about the
puffs
cheese
almost
paws?
dissolve in your mouth like a.
I love that.
Like a styrofoam. Oh, the cheese paws. Yeah, those are good too.
Yeah, I like a styrofoam. I like when it just melts. Just melt. And it's like,
Then you
why
gotta
is it
pick
melting?
it out of your
Oh,
teeth.
wait a
It's
second.
little-
Pirate's booty. Pirate's
I
booty
fuck
gives
with
you
pirate-
that
yeah.
stuff underneath your
Yeah, and you
teeth,
think you're
too.
being healthy too. Again,
Oh, yeah, those are so good. Or I used to love animal crackers because those would give you so much of a composite of like a new. They would just give you that jaw storage of
Yeah.
warm.
would you ever
chewed
pretend you're eating
cookie.
the animal? Sometimes I would eat the head and be like, "Ugh, I'm a fucking."
I was never
caveman.
someone who looked at my food before I ate it and was like, "Oh, I'm going to eat this color thing," or "I'm only going to like." I used to get those gummy sharks, shark bites.
Oh yeah.
And I would just blow past the white one, and people would be like, "You just ate a white one," and I'd go like, "I didn't know I was supposed to like look at it before I ate it." I'm not someone. I'm just a scarfer. You are too.
I'm a very big scarfer, but I do. Maybe that's what happened to that shark.
Yeah, I swam past my lunch table in 7th grade.
Ham drip. Turkey tear.
All right, well, let's call this let's call it a show. We made some progress. I
Yeah,
feel
man.
like I'm in a better mood. I'm fucking so hungry.
I'm so hungry right now.
I have
Same.
to go to a fitting right now. I'm not in the mood. What are you gonna do for lunch, Noah?
We'll probably go out somewhere.
Oh, that's fun. It's Sunday. Andrew, where are you gonna go for lunch?
Either that bar we went to yesterday or District.
You gotta go Zippers alone?
No. There's a bunch of people going to watch football.
Oh yeah, you're watching football. Okay, we gotta go. Andrew's kickoff has already happened. He's freaking out right now.
No, I'm fine.
What's happening already?
Don't worry about it.
What? David. All right, we
I
gotta
was
go.
thinking
Don't be cut.
Jackie from Howard Stern.
And
Jackie the Joke Man.
Jackie the Joke Man. Martling.
I got a pen so bad.
Me too.